We rolling. I absolutely refuse to lift without these five supplements. Guys and girls, we're going to chat about it today. These five supplements have helped me over the years, over like the past 4 to 5 years, put on as much rock hard, dense, lean muscle as possible. Okay. So I'm going to be sharing some secrets with you, guys and girls, today on basically how I was able to acquire this muscle with supplements. Of course, we already know that this game is 70% nutrition. Of course, we already know that this game is 20% training, but what we always forget is that little 10%, which is actually really fucking dramatic. It matters so much, and it's the difference between putting on soft muscle and rock hard muscle. Okay, so tune in, stick around if you actually want to learn a little bit about these tips today, as I pin the topic for today's podcast in Instagram. All right, we're not going to waste too much time today. I want you guys and girls to tell me how your day is going. I've got a busy day. If you're going to ask, you already know my day is busy. So, unfortunately, at the end of today's podcast, I won't be reading the comments and the questions, but you can always feel free to shoot me a DM. Always feel free to shoot me a message uh, at the end of this podcast, at the end of this live stream, and I'll be sure to hit you up on a one-to-one level so I can help you further understand what it is that you want to know. All right. So, without wasting any time, we're going to dive into today's podcast. I'm just going to get all ready over here, clear my throat, and sip some Smurf water, which is low key just pre workout. And then we're going to dive into it. I'm going to give you my five top, like, favorite, like, non negotiable supplements that I will, like, refuse to live without. All right. Thanks, Lizzie. I see you. Appreciate you. Okay. So, we're going to dive into this podcast in five, four, three, two, and one. All right, welcome to the Natural Nomad podcast, where we keep it real about how we feel and what we deal with in life. Disclaimer, I'm going to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Not because I want to be mean, but because I fucking respect you. So if you tune in and decide to give me the time out of your life that you know you'll never get back, the very least I can do for you is keep it a stack. Now that that's out the way, let's chat with IFBB Pro Matt Butale. Let's get raw. What's good, chest bras, chest broads? Whatever the fuck you identify as, it's cool. You guys and girls are welcome here. Today, we're going to be chatting about something that you should already know about if you follow me on Instagram, LinkedIn, or Facebook. I dropped a post earlier today talking about my top five supplements that I absolutely fucking refuse to lift without. Okay. And the reason why I refuse to lift without these supplements is because, like, again, I can go hard in the kitchen. I can go hard in the gym. But if I don't go hard with my supplements, I'll actually notice a dip in energy, which is just a slight dip. But that slight dip in energy is going to like translate to lower quality sets, lower quality reps, and me just getting fatigued a whole lot faster. So that 10%, which is supplementation, which is really fucking important that most people neglect or don't value enough, is what we're going to be talking about today. I'll be giving you a little bit of a walkthrough what I actually use. I won't be telling you any stories today. I know you guys like story time, but we're not going to really be doing much of stories today. I'm just going to walk you through the practical use of these supplements. And I'm also going to put a disclaimer: none of this will actually work unless you are nailing your training and nutrition. So if you've got any questions, any concerns regarding your training and your nutrition, feel free to DM me at any point in time during this podcast or after this podcast, and we can chat on a one-on-one level, and I can help you understand a little bit more about training and nutrition and what works specifically for you. Cool? Makes sense? That makes sense. Drop a fire comment down in the live stream or just nod your head silently. It's all good. All right. So, without wasting any time, because I'm really busy today, we're going to talk about the top five supplements that I absolutely fucking refuse to lift without. Okay. I'm also going to let you guys and girls know these aren't the only five supplements that I do take. I take a lot more supplements, and I actually do take micronutrients and vitamins, which we will be getting into a little bit later on. And I will be making a YouTube video on specifically what I'm taking and how much I'm taking when it comes to supplements and vitamins and micronutrients. And I'll basically be opening up my entire cabinet. So if you want to learn about that and see how I live my life outside of social media, shameless plug, subscribe to my YouTube channel, MATT space BUTALE at Butale. All right, let's dive into it. So, number one, when it comes to the top five supplements that I absolutely refuse to fucking lift without, and this one might confuse you a little bit, but this one's caffeine. Okay, you're probably thinking, well, caffeine isn't really a supplement. Like, this isn't something that, like, what? Like, caffeine isn't something that you can supplement with. And essentially, you're kind of right. Like, it's not necessarily a supplement, or I don't want to call it a supplement, but it is something that I supplement with. And believe it or not, most of you guys and girls are supplementing with it and you don't even know it if you do take high stim pre workout. Because the number one main ingredient that makes you get that tingling skin feeling and make you go batshit fucking crazy in the gym, the number one thing that gives you that energy in the pre workout matrix is caffeine. Okay, so caffeine gives you more energy, and more energy allows you to hit more reps and higher intensity for a longer period of time, as well as a little bit more focus. Also, something that people don't know about caffeine, which is really fucking important, and it's honestly almost like a cheat code when it comes to burning fat, not just building dense fucking muscle. Um, is the thermogenic effects of caffeine when you are consistently using it and you are consistently training your ass off and you are on point to a T with your nutrition. So thermogenic effects, what the fuck does that mean if you never heard of that in your life? It just essentially means that it enables your body to burn a lot more fat um, as you're going along with your workouts, as you're going along throughout your day. Of course, supplementing with caffeine. Okay, so it gives you more energy. More energy translates to more reps and more intensity, which is going to help you burn a little bit more fat, but more importantly, put on that rock hard, dense muscle. Does that make sense, guys and girls? If it makes sense, just nod your head silently or drop some fire in the comments below. Um, Without wasting any time, we're going to dive into the second out of five supplements that I absolutely refuse to lift without. This one, I'm not sure if you've heard of it. Most people take this, but not isolated. They'll have it in like an EAA complex or some form of BCAA matrix or complex, and it's called nitric oxide. So nitric oxide, essentially, the way it works is it allows more oxygen to be absorbed into your bloodstream, which then goes into your muscles and increases your ability to get a juicy fucking pump. Like when I say juicy pump, I mean skin fucking busting. Like nitric oxide has been my go-to, one of my go-tos in my supplement cabinet literally since I started to, to train seriously. And I noticed a direct impact with not just like the pump and the look of the pump, but my ability to squeeze out extra reps simply because my muscles had more oxygen in them that nitric oxide was able to convert into. Right. So nitric oxide is another key supplement that I recommend you do take if you aren't already taking it. Um, and again, like you can't go wrong with it. It's something that I absolutely refuse to fucking lift without. All right. Following up to the third out of five of my favorite supplements, five of the supplements that I refuse to lift without, citrulline malate. Okay, so this one is sort of like in the same house, in the same family of nitric oxide. It's like we'll call it like a vasodilator, and like think of so dilation, things opening up, and vasos like veins. So veins opening up. Again, more veins opening up, more oxygen to the muscles, more reps, and again, when the veins open up, they get thicker. And when they get thicker, it just looks juicy. It looks, it adds to that dense, rock hard look that you want to achieve as a natural lifter, right? Or a natural bodybuilder or anybody that just wants to improve their physique and grow muscle naturally, right? So citrulline malate, another fucking cheat code that you should have in your arsenal. Also, I've heard studies say if you use up to 8 grams of it consistently, it can also help lower your blood pressure, and also it does give you a little bit more energy in the gym, of course, as all of these supplements technically do. But I personally, I'll just say it. I only take about 4 grams of it consistently, like on a training day. Also, just another shameless plug: subscribe to my YouTube channel, MATT space BUTALE, where I'll actually be breaking down the dosages of what it is that I'm consuming today in this podcast, today in this live stream. I'm really just going to be talking about the supplements themselves and not actually like the dosages that I'm taking. And of course, I'm not telling you to take anything. I'm not prescribing anything to you. I'm not your mom, your dad, or your fucking doctor, but I am going to be sharing some secrets with you today. So that's what the fuck it is today. All right. So number 4 out of 5. This one, you're like probably gonna bang your head against the wall and be like, "Hey, how's this on your list?" Like, I was expecting to only hear fucking shit that I never heard about before. Um, but this one is fucking important. This one's crucial because without this, you can't actually build muscle, right? And it doesn't actually have to be from a supplement source, but the fact that it is a supplement source or can be used as a supplement source makes it so much more fucking amazing. All right. And the reason why is because it aids to convenience. It helps you when you're like a pinch, right? And this one is protein powder, guys and girls. It's super fucking convenient. All right. Like whenever, like, think of it like this: you have your macronutrients that you need to abide by, your calories and in and calories out that you need to abide by for whatever goal it is that you are, aspiring to achieve when it comes to your physique, whether it's burning fat, building muscle. You can get your protein from chicken, you can get your protein from fish, so on and so forth. Like we already know about these protein sources. But what happens when you don't have that chicken on hand? Or what happens when you're going to meal prep, like, and it's the day that you're meal prepping and you've already trained and you need that protein? What are you going to do? Well, there's protein powder here to fucking save the day. It's the daddy of all fucking supplements, bro. Like, I swear to God, it will help you build muscle. We already know that. It's muscle food, right? But again, remember when I said earlier on in this podcast, I was like, oh, training 20%, nutrition 70%, supplementation 10%. So understanding that nutrition is the largest portion of, we'll say, like the percentage of like what makes the impact in your physique, and protein powder directly correlates to your macronutrients, this is one of the most fucking important supplements that you have to have in your arsenal. Because without hitting your protein markers every single day, you can hit all the crazy gym fucking workouts you want to do. But the amount of muscle that you're going to retain and reap from that are going to be on the minimal side because you're not actually feeding the muscle and allowing your muscle to grow via protein powder. So, protein powder is another supplement that is so fucking basic. As I said, the daddy of all supplements that you need to have in your arsenal if you don't already have it. It's like the beginner, like entry level supplement that you just must have, just so you can be able to consistently hit your protein marker each and every single day without failure. Okay. No excuses. The fifth and final supplement that I absolutely fucking refuse to lift without: creatine, yo. Do I really have to fucking tell you guys and girls about creatine? Like, do I really have to sit here and explain to you how beneficial this supplement is? This supplement is damn near a fucking cheat code. Like, I'm surprised that it's not banned by WADA because this is the most like research supplement, like, by far, aside from protein powder. This is the most research supplement by far. Creatine monohydrate, hydrochloride, whatever creatine you want to take. Creatine itself is going to increase your adenosine triphosphate, your ATP, which is going to allow you to literally, and you see this difference too if you log your workouts, hit more reps, increase the amount of weight that you're actually, able to lift, and you'll see your muscles actually enlarge. Okay. And that's called biovolumization, which creatine is like notorious for. Like, I'll notice if I stop taking creatine for like 2, 3 months or whatever, um, not to say that that's a thing to do. Like, you don't have to take it, or you don't have to like cycle off, they say, of creatine. But I'll notice not only a dip in strength, but like my actual muscles will reduce in size, right? Because creatine has this wicked biovolumizing effect. I swear to God, it's just the way it is. And it's honestly a cheat code. It's the number one, it's the GOAT. If you don't know already, now you fucking know. It's something you need in your cabinet. Go fucking get you some. If you're serious about building dense, lean, ripped, quality fucking muscle as a natural athlete, as a natural bodybuilder, or just somebody that just wants to look good. All right. So something I also want to add to with creatine, you must be able to at least be consistent with your water, which again ties into your nutrition. If you aren't nailing your nutrition, none of this shit's gonna fucking work for you. If you aren't gonna nail your training, nothing, none of this is gonna fucking work for you. So I recommend 3 to 5 liters of water a day, depending on what type of person you are. Um, and once you can like remain consistent with that, creatine will work like the best, simply because it does work with water. It binds with water and shuttles into your muscles and bloodstream with water. So if you aren't getting a lot of water in, you're probably going to be pissing out a lot of creatine. Okay. So don't waste your fucking money. All right. They say 3 to 5 grams a day is awesome. But personally, myself, I take 10 a day, for no specific reason. I just do. And I've always done it that way. Um, and again, that's just me dropping another secret here, right? So again, guys and girls, don't forget to at least implement one thing that you learned from this podcast, from this live stream. Again, remember, information without implementation is just fucking noise. All right. So if you laughed, cried, got any value, motivation, or inspiration from this podcast, please share it out to one friend that you know will enjoy it too or gain value from it. Again, I want to let you guys and girls know, if you have any questions, any comments today, I won't be reading them at the end of the live stream. I'm gonna be like popping off of this ASAP because I'm really fucking busy today. So I apologize for that. Normally I do read comments and questions at the end of the live stream. But I'm just letting you know this now. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to DM me. I'll actually help you out. I'll try my best to help you understand exactly what it is that you fucking need to know about whatever question you have to ask me. All right. So also, if you want to know how I'm living outside of social media and like see my life behind the scenes, subscribe to my YouTube channel, shameless plug, MATT space BUTALE to see how I live my life. You know what I'm saying? Also, I'll be dropping a full in-depth video on like all the vitamins, supplements, and micronutrients that I take on a daily basis. Okay, so keep that in mind. Also, if you want to lose 10 to 25 pounds within 90 days and become a part of the Natural Nomad Academy, which is the coaching company that I do run, feel free to shoot me a DM and I'll see if you'll be a good fit. Again, I only do work with serious, committed, devoted individuals. I don't deal with tire kickers, and I'll sense that from you in the qualification because you have to qualify. And if you don't qualify, of course, I'm going to let you know. If you qualify, then you're a natural nomad, which is good. Rates increase starting not tomorrow, but the day after on the 1st of January. So get them while it's hot. The prices will never be the same again. All right. Prices will be going up 20% into the new year. All right. It's been nice chatting. Hope you like what today's topic was about. Natural IFBB Pro Matt signing out. Boom. All right. Podcast is recorded. So, guys and girls, I'm extremely busy. I've got to be on a call in literally 2 minutes. So, I know I said I wasn't going to do any of the reading for these comments, and I won't actually. Bianca, you can watch the replay to see how my day is going. It's really fucking busy. It's amazing. I hope you have an amazing fucking day as well. Damn straight. I appreciate each and every single one of you for giving me the time out of your day that you know you'll never get back. E. Sanchez was good. Bianca says, make sure you're not around any vampires. Take this. Oh man, you guys are funny. You guys crack me up. All right, people. Again, today was short, sweet. We'll be back again tomorrow with the last live stream of the week. I really do appreciate each and every single one of you for giving me the time out of your day and actually being responsive. Again, take one thing away from this podcast, one thing away from this live stream, and fucking do something with it. Otherwise, you're just wasting your own time. All right. So share it out to a friend if you know that they'll gain value from this. Peace and fucking love and protein, my motherfuckers. We are out. Boom.